It's time. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys enjoyed last week's video, and if this is your first time seeing me, hello, nice to meet you. I know I said for a while I wanted to start painting, and I figured now is the time to do that, because why not? I'm gonna start with a 9x12. I think that's the best spot to start at. And everything you see here, I did get from gigflip.com. It cost me around $100 to get everything. I got the canvas, the brushes, the paints, you know, everything you need to get started. And I know some of y'all are probably gonna judge my art setup, but hey, it's all I got, and I just make use of everything I have. If it's not ideal setup, I guess I'll have to deal with that as I paint. But before we can start painting, let's go print something. So this is a piece I made just for the video. I watched a bunch of other tutorials on how to transfer this onto the canvas, and I'm gonna show you guys how to do that right now.
This first part is pretty simple. I just scribbled on the back of the paper, making sure to cover every part of the front. I went through it about 3 times to make sure there was enough graphite to transfer over.
Alright, here's what it looks like when it's done with the backside. That's step 1 done. I hope I made it dark enough. This is only like my second time ever doing this, so I don't know if I should have gone more or not. But I guess we'll see what happens whenever I start to transfer it over. But before I do that, I am gonna cut it down to size because, you know, it's bigger than the actual canvas that I have.
This next part is actually also pretty simple, just a little bit more tedious. All I focused on was scribbling the outlines of every object. I didn't really do all the details on there. I just did the basic outlines of every section or shape. And again, you do want to do it a couple times just to make sure the paper really transfers over.
This actually worked out way better than I thought it would. And with this out of the way, we can finally start painting.
I did not do this part correctly, and you will soon find out what happens. So immediately after adding the white paint, the line art started to fade away. I was a little worried, but you know, it's already done, and I knew the next coat of paint would wipe off pretty much all of it. But you know, this is a learning process and it's already done. So you know what, we're just gonna go with it and figure it out from here.
Alright, we got the first layer done. I do need to go through and get the sides as well. Yeah, this is what it looks like. It's hard to tell. It's actually more purple, but you know, the lighting makes it look a little bit blue on the camera. I do have two major issues right now. One, I still don't know what I'm doing. I think I'm starting to understand. I'm watching more videos to get a better understanding of how to use like paints and stuff. My colors are like nowhere near what I want them to be. And two, the second I started painting, all my line art went away. So the only thing I have to go off of is my artwork that I printed on the side. So I mean, I guess that's fine. I would have really liked to still have my line art under there to make sure I get the right proportion. So it's just something we're gonna have to figure out. But I guess we'll see how that turns out. So I forgot to say this at the beginning, but I'm actually giving myself 1 week. So I have till Friday to finish whatever I can. I have events coming up, and I just I can't give too much time to this. I think it's important to not get too stuck on one art piece and to just move on. Because like if I'm gonna be bad, I'm gonna be bad. But I might as well learn something out of this and then move on to the next one if I ever decide to do this again, which I don't know. Depending on how this goes, I might never do it again. But yeah, I'm gonna end day one here, and I'll see y'all guys next time I get in here. So yeah.
As I built up the layers, you can notice how much more vibrant the colors are, especially compared to how it looked on day one. Honestly, I was nervous at first because they were starting to look dull, but as you can see, you just gotta trust the process, and over time it builds up. Now I'm just adding the buildings to my scene.
Alright, this is what we have for now. It looks like I still need to add more paint for especially this area, but I think the colors are finally starting to come through.
Entertainment.
I'm finally starting the character. I'm a little nervous because she's a little bit more intricate, but I guess we'll just have to see how that turns out.
entertainment.
I took a break from painting her to let the paint dry. Now I'm just adding the monster and the background details.
Fate entertainment.
Yeah, and I'm letting it dry right now, but I really just need the hair and then all the armor and blade. And then all my flat colors are done. I did add some shading on these because I probably won't do too much on them, and the little clouds here too. But yeah, once I get the line art done, then I can start hopefully getting in whatever shading I can done, and then yeah, this is what it looks like so far. It's not the exact same colors that I was hoping for, but it's the best I can do. And honestly, it's not terrible, at least for my first time. Well, okay, I should say in college I did do a couple painting classes, but I do not remember anything. And it was really just me, like, I had an instructor there who kind of just helped me along the whole way. So this is really me on my own. So for my own, I don't think it's terrible. I forgot to record this part, but I added on the hair and I started doing the line art. And I think I should not have done the line art. It's really, I don't know. I think I would have been perfectly fine if I didn't add the line art. So I might just do it only on the monster, because if I try to add it onto the character, it might it might be the worst thing ever. But I already committed on the monster, so I'm gonna go with that.
Now I'm just adding the line art for the monster again. Like I said, I'm only going to do it for him because I do not want to try and do it on the smaller sections like the character. I don't feel I'm good enough to do it on the smaller parts like the character, but I think it'll be fine if I just do it on the monster.
It's been raining all day. I finally got a chance to actually come out here because I didn't want to come out here all wet, you know. But yeah, I think I'm almost done with it. I'm just going to add the final touches, maybe just like all the lighting and stuff like that. So yeah, I'm just going to finish this up real quick, and then I'll catch you guys tomorrow for the final reveal.
Once you start to add the lights and darks, the piece really starts to come together. This part didn't take as long as the others, but it was still very important. And you can also see that I'm starting to save time by using the same paint It might have been a darker shade for another color, but it's actually a brighter shade for like the skirt or the weapon handle. And yeah, this is just a really good way to save time and paint.
All right, you guys ready for the big reveal? I actually think it came out way better than I thought it was gonna come out. Obviously, it was my first time, but when I first put the paint on, especially the purple on the background, it looked like it was gonna be terrible. I don't know, I think it came out pretty good. So this is what I have, and then right here, I'll put the original reference. You know, it's not too far off. Yeah, and then a few things I wanted to talk to you guys about from what I learned doing this is paintbrushes. I noticed that I would like kind of chicken scratch a lot, which really left like some uneven lines everywhere, when really all I had to do was just kind of do a full motion brush and I would have got like a full, you know, like it would have been more easier to control my paintbrushes and get better line. And then when it came to mixing, I was kind of struggling. Like I did know kind of the color wheel. I knew how the basic colors work. To get shades like brighter or darker, if you want it brighter, you wouldn't just add white, you would want to add yellow as well. I saw this on a video and it really helped push my colors to get further up. So if I wanted a darker red, I would add not just black, but I'd also add like maybe a purple or a blue to add to that red to make it still have that vibrancy. And then same thing, whenever I added white to something, I would add the yellow to help push it further so it's not completely white. It would still have some color there. And the red would still look, you know, it would still just add to that color. I think that overall, that really helped push my piece to, you know, you can really see right here the brights there. Maybe I could have gone brighter, but yeah, I still think it came out, you know, pretty good. It might not be perfect or amazing compared to like other artists that are like, you know, good at painting, but yeah, I think for my first time, it came out pretty well and I'm actually pretty proud of myself. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this week's video. I hope you guys learned something. If you guys want to see me do this again, please let me know in the comments below. I did have fun. I might have not liked it at first, but I did finally, you know, trust the process. It came through in the end. So yeah, just let me know if you guys want to see something like this, or if you have any other challenges you might want to see me try. I've been watching YouTube videos of other people doing challenges, like one layer challenges or like one color, and I kind of want to try something like that. So I do have plans for that, but if there's anything you guys want to see personally, you know, drop it down below. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch y'all in next week's video. Peace.